Good morning, chat. My name is Penbu. I'm the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux, and today we are playing. Can't believe I forgot. This is NES Tetris. Is this? This is not Frozen. Okay. Yeah, this is NES Tetris. We last played this back in December when it came out for the Switch, and since then, I've practiced a little bit. I can I can play up to higher levels now, but we'll get there. I'm gonna warm up with lower levels first. Mario, welcome in. I know you're pretty excited for this one, so hope I don't disappoint. I also have this hooked up to nestris.org. So if you have a profile on there, you can go check out mine and see the games that I played. I think I haven't really looked at the site too much yet, but I will be logging everything there while playing on the Switch. Okay. Uh, so we're going to start off. I think the last time we started off with level 8. So we're going to start off level 8 this time around, and then we'll just go up from there. I don't know, having played at higher levels more consistently, this feels kind of slow, but hopefully that means I'll be a bit more accurate. Oh, well, we're going to put that over there. I do not want to be creating these dependencies. That's actually getting a little bit uncomfortably high, but at these speeds it should be okay. You know what, I didn't check to see if Nestris was running. Yes it is, okay, we're good. Bring down the stack just a little bit. Not there. I think that's gonna kill me. That's okay, this is warm-up anyway. I do still have the scores from last time because we did create a save point. As you see here, our high score last time was 208,000. That's the score to beat, I guess. We'll go for one more 8, and then we can go up to 12. And we'll just go up from there. It's a lot of hesitation for Classic. You can do that in Guideline, not so much for Classic. You do that at faster levels and you're dead. How do I resolve that down there? This, I guess. I feel like I shouldn't be burning so many lines. Probably should have gone over on the right side. Take this. You can. I hope it's. I don't know if any of you were here last time, but I at least do feel like I'm playing way better than before. I hope that comes through. That was not such good placement. Questionable. These are all extremely questionable. You wouldn't be able to do that at higher levels. Well, the art of holding out for a piece as old as time. Yep, indeed. So for those of you who aren't as familiar with NES Tetris, the randomizer is a lot different compared to modern games. In modern games, the piece distribution is a lot more predictable because you're guaranteed to have one of every piece every 7 pieces. Whereas this one, it just checks to see if the piece that you got, or rather it rolls for a random piece, and it checks to see if the piece that you got now is the same as what you got before, and then it rolls again and just gives you whatever it gets afterwards. But it's a little bit biased because of how numbers worked in the NES, so it's a little bit biased towards certain pieces, biased against the eyepiece in particular, among other important pieces. But the eyepiece is kind of important for this version. All right, we're gonna move on to level 12. Now, if you recall last time, I was struggling to maintain 12 last time. But now I just feel it's very simple. Mr. Evil, come in. No, that was, okay, I could have done Tetris on that one. I have created an eyepiece dependency. I filled the eyepiece dependency. I'm gonna burn this one. I absolutely was not playing this fast last time. Can I get a J piece, please? There we go. Except I could have used that there. Alright. Not a Tetris, but I'll take it. Need to bring down my stack anyway. Alright. It's a little bit more comfortable. Except I've now started building on the left side, or building empty on the left side, which is not something you really want to do because in NES Tetris, the pieces have a right-hand bias when they rotate. So it's a lot easier to get them to where you want them to go if they're on, if you want them to go on the right side. That's not to say that people haven't done center wells, because they have. It's just harder. Or left-hand wells, for that matter. Alright, time to shift it over to the left, to the right side. Gonna T-spin this. There we go. What does that mean? Do they rotate in one direction? No, so they in the rotation table, when you rotate in a specific direction, they have, because some of the pieces are not symmetric in the rotations. So for example, the eyepiece will, when it goes vertical, will be rotated, how do I explain that? Words! So when you compare it to its horizontal position, the eyepiece will be oriented so that it's more to the right side than to the left. If I had a diagram, I'd show you, but it's a little bit clearer if you see it there. I might go to a lower level to explain once we're done here. Whoops. Some questionable moves here. Oh, dirty Tetris right there. Oops. Oh, that's not enough. Need to go one more over. Nope, we're dead. It's too high. 195. Well, we at least reached level 14. Partner, welcome in. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna put our name in first. I'm gonna shorten this now so that I don't have to type in the 5 letters. PBVT. I wonder if it's faster to go the other way. There we go. So we're gonna save that as a suspend point. And right over that. Oh yeah, so to explain the rotation here. Alright, so T, its rotation is in the middle. That's pretty pretty intuitive. This one's also in the middle. But the eyepiece, if you look, right, I'm rotating clockwise, and it's always going to the right side, and counterclockwise is the same thing. So that's what I mean by right-hand bias. Yeah, and the S and Z piece also exhibit the same kind of bias as well. Okay, I think I have to... Is there a way to abort a game on NES TETRIS so that doesn't count? Because otherwise I think I'm gonna have to play this through.
Yo.
Hello, welcome in.
Hello. I'm currently on a work trip, so what you doing?
I am playing Tetris, the old version. How about you? I don't know, you just said you're on a work trip.
Yeah. Just chill out. Yeah. Just popped in to say hi. Hello, Penbu. Hello to Penbu chat. Hello, hi.
Welcome.
Uh,
Why don't you introduce yourself for anyone who isn't aware of who you are?
okay, I feel like the best way to explain about this is, I like dubstep, I make dubstep, and I'm Brazilian. I think that sums it up.
It's certainly does give a good overview.
Indeed. Alright, I'll head out now. Love you guys, and yeah, have fun.
Alright, thanks for dropping by. And by the way, for anyone in... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you're practicing for a tournament, right?
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't... this isn't practice for this tournament specifically, but it is a stacking tournament, so I guess in a way this counts a little bit.
Interesting. Okay. I hope you're able to do well. Alright.
Thanks.
Alright. I'm gonna. I still gotta do some stuff related to work. Yeah.
Alright, good luck.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. You know what? This is slow enough. I can shout him out myself. Shout out, I'm Geyser. Yeah, you may know him from the Mahjong collab that we did recently. But yes, for anyone who is in the Underground Pen Club, this is an open BC. If you'd like to hop in, feel free to do so. Or send that over in YouTube chat too. Well, I don't usually reach this high. I'm gonna take this Tetris here. I guess we're going with a fourth column well. Alright. (6-3) in classic. Yeah, it's I had thought about it at some point of whether it would be feasible to do so, but I think somebody asked it online and it's not quite as feasible because it's 6-3 requires a certain level of non-randomness that the guideline offers that classic does not. Well, that was smart. Something more common center roll is 5-4, yeah. The 5-4 I think is easier because you don't have to move the pieces as much, and you have more space to work with on the sides. I wonder if we'll, at this rate, reach higher levels organically. We're already on level 8. Questionable. Alright, level 10. Level 11. I keep making it too wide. This is not good. I'll take that Tetris. This is fine. No, that doesn't clear. Starting to second guess myself, which is how you end up with stacks like this. It's still slow enough. I think it's still recoverable. I had way better positions. Oh, come on. Oh, GG. 197 from level 0. I missed it. I missed it again. Can I spell? Okay, there we go. There we go. So we got up to level, what was that, 14? Start 18. 18 is, I think, where the pros start, if I'm not mistaken. I'm breezing through it like it's nothing. And just as I say that. I shouldn't talk. 18 starts, my beloved. Alright, we're gonna do that again. Without being too overconfident. Could have been on the right side. Left side I meant, but that's a little bit too high for comfort. So I'm not mistaken, level 16 and 18 are both, or 16 through 18 are all the same speed, so may as well just keep on 18. Maybe we'll start slightly lower next time. Alright. Not great in terms of lines cleared, but it's a start. At least the board's clean. Oh, that had way better positions. It was very risky. I'm playing DAS here, which means I'm just holding the button down until it reaches the edge. There are different play styles that allow you to go a little bit faster, or reach the edges more efficiently. One such technique is rolling, but I have not quite gotten the hang of that yet. Oh! Not bad. Alright. Now Geyser did mention a tournament, so I may as well plug that now. If I can find my source for this. So, this weekend is the Dub Cup, run by Dubstep298. It's a VTuber tournament hosted on Tetrio. There's 3 skill divisions. I am in the professional division, along with other high-level players. This is capped to SS rank maximum, so it's not going to be too out of the way. Yeah, day 1 is going to be the Saturday, and then that's Battle Royale. And if the top 8 for that move on to day 2. I realized I said all that while Twitch was an ad, so we're gonna do that again. Just this weekend is the Dub Cup. This is the tournament that Geyser was mentioning. It's a VTuber tournament, and it's gonna be played on Tetrio. Day 1, the Saturday, is gonna be Battle Royale, and top 8 move on to day 2, which is single elimination brackets. I am in the professional division with people who are S- and above. The tournament is capped at SS, so we aren't seeing any U ranks or X ranks. We're not going to be up against U ranks or X ranks. But yeah, that is this weekend. All right, let's go back to 18. Oh, whoops. Rika and Random are gonna be forces of nature, yeah. I think I can take on Rika. I don't think actually I don't know how no, I've seen Random play. I think he's gonna be a lot better than I will be. But then again, you know, Battle Royale, things are a little bit more even, so I do wonder how that's gonna affect things. But I also suck at Battle Royale, so we'll see how that goes. That is an eye dependency that I would like to fill with an eyepiece. Don't know how to navigate those? Yeah. Well, I mean, if placement is a factor, stalling is absolutely a strategy. So we don't get targeted and stall if you get garbage. We're gonna be, this Friday, we're gonna have a Tetris stream to practice for the tournament. And I think that's largely going to be Battle Royale. What am I doing? That's fine. I'll throw in some Tetra League in there too. No, that's an eyepiece dependency. That is a T-piece. Okay. We're trying to skim off whatever we can here at this point. Could have done a better job of that. We're gonna go down to level 15. See if we can get into 16. Oops. What happens when you don't pay attention to where your stuff is? Eyepiece, hello? Game, please. Nestor says commentary here. Sometimes the blocks have other plans. I'm reminded of the, was it the College Humor skit? The Tetris God? Line piece, yep. I see. Easy spins for guideline, not so much for classic. However, no, I didn't spin it in time. Actually, I wonder if that was even spinnable, because that's I think that's a left-hand spin. Wait, that didn't clear. I'm clearly a little bit distracted. I don't know where that's coming from. Alright, I'm gonna try that again. That's easy Tetrises. And of course I get the wrong one. And that also doesn't clear. Okay. Questionable. You know, I don't need to be doing all these fancy spins and tucks and stuff. Uh-oh. No, we're cooked. Still, not awful. Go back to 18. We're gonna try 19 in a bit. Because I feel like despite performing at 19 like I did with 9 last time, I do think I can maybe handle a little bit. Some questionable placements here. We going on the left? Okay, well, let's see how bad 19 is. At least I'm getting rockets, which is good. Really? I think this one might be a wash. So I'm not used to the, I haven't played this enough to be used to the speeds here. So I think, I feel like either I overcompensate or I undercompensate for the horizontal placement. That's not happening. And it's much harder to play DAS on 19. As once you're up above a certain height, you just don't have enough time to place a piece there. No, that doesn't spin. Whoops. Okay, one more time on 19, and I'm gonna go back to slower levels. I think we're dead. Okay. Let's go back down to 12. See how far we get with this one. That's, I missed the T-spin. If I had done that, too far. If I had filled the space earlier, I would think I would have been able to get a Tetris there. Oh, that's a little bit too far. Okay, how do we fill that? Try to. Oh, nope. This is done. It's the thing about being used to certain speeds. You get a little bit, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not caught off guard, but you're not used to the timing of other speeds. I played with 18 starts a lot in the past few months, so I'm kind of used to 18 speeds, despite not being able to advance to 19 yet. Here we go again, a left-hand well. If there was a way for me to shift that over. Don't second guess yourself. Axis, welcome in. A little bit of classic Tetris here at level 12 start. We've been starting on 18, but I figured try to take it a little bit slower, which both has and has not helped. Okay. I don't need to be building a line piece low. Of course. Okay. I should expect nothing less from this game. Oh, I should have dropped that down. Oh, okay. Naturally. Alright, I know back to 18. Whoops. Whoops. Ah. Does it have a story mode or something? No. Different levels are just the speeds at which the game starts at. So there are two modes in. Go back. Can I go back? There are two modes. There's A type and there's B type. I'm gonna X from that NES Tetris just in case it tries tries to detect it. But yeah, there's A-type, B-type. B-type is a digging mode, and the A-type is the stacking mode. And I'm no good at this, so we're gonna start at level 8. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. No, go back. Want a little bit of garbage. Say height 2. Yeah, so you have to dig your way out of this. The classic Tetris scene tends, as far as I can tell, tends not to play this mode. But it is there. Yeah, and just like with modern Tetris, I suck at digging. It's not too bad here though, at least with this speed. Put that over there. Suffer the consequences later. That's not too bad. There we go. I think I have to clear a certain number of lines before it ends. You can go even higher and faster. I'll log this in. Maybe... No, it's the other way. And then T. I do think it might actually be faster to go up instead of down. So for example, if we start level 12 and do height 4, I think I might be a little bit too fast. Actually, no, this one's fine-ish. Ish. Poor Alex and Tony. I assume that those are the creators, or, well, Alex I think is based on Alexei Pajitnov, the creator of Tetris, and then Tony I'm not entirely sure. Is it Tony Hanks? No, that's Hank Rogers, never mind. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, we're gonna go back to A-type. 18? 19? 18? 19. Oh, I forgot to start NES TETRIS. That's okay. A lot of bits. And too bad that wasn't captured, because that was actually better than what I did earlier. I'm gonna do that again. Oh, that's an eyepiece dependency I do not want. And I don't know how I'm gonna fill that now. Alright, I'm gonna try that again. You know, you play at this speed for a while, and you learn to get used to it. A lot of it is just acclimation to the speeds. Oh. Drop down a level here. See, you know, once you play that, whoops. Then the level 18 feels a lot slower. Looks way too hard. It takes a bit of getting used to. The slower speeds are a lot like way easier. I can show those slower speeds in a bit after this one. But yeah, definitely at this level, I for a while struggled at level 8 or 9, and then I just played a bunch of level 18 for a week, and now I'm a little bit more used to it. But for example, level 0 is really slow. So this gives you a lot of time to think if you aren't too familiar with the game. At the same time, once you're used to higher speeds, having a lot of time to think, it might not necessarily be a good thing. Because at higher speeds, you are conditioned to react quickly. Okay, that was bad. Our experience gives you time to overthink. Exactly, yeah. Which is what I've done already. But it also gives me time to ban this bot over in Twitch, so that's nice. Yeah, it's too bad Classic Tetris doesn't have a hard drop mechanism. Does this spin in? No, it doesn't. Okay. I have seen people spin those in certain ways, but I'm not familiar enough with the rotation system to know which specific orientations it can spin in. I'm gonna move that over there. Everything about it is random? It is more random than what do you call it? Modern Tetris. Yeah, you just gotta react and handle random stuff. So there are ways, because the piece shapes are all known. Like, you aren't going to get more than these seven shapes. There are ways you can build around it, so that you can maximize the number of pieces you can easily accept. And so once you I think once you learn to see the non-randomness of this random game, is where you start building. able to start building a strategy. Can't be tracked, so I don't see any sporks. But it feels satisfying. It does, it does. And it's also similarly unsatisfying when stuff like that happens. But yeah, people have done a lot of, extracted a lot of life lessons out of Tetris. In particular, I think classic Tetris, although this applies to Guideline too, where it's not as important, like getting everything perfect. It's more of how you recover. That's more important if you mess up. And that could have been placed somewhere else. So yes, placing pieces in good spots is still important, but if you focus too much on placing things perfectly, especially when you're going at faster speeds, you're gonna more often than not end up losing. So it's more important to make decisions quickly, and then recover quickly if you make a bad one. And also, sometimes you end up making decisions that, in the long run, aren't ideal, but they're correct given, or they're the best decision you can make given the information that you had at the time. And for those things, you can't beat yourself up for. That is extremely questionable. Alright, well I guess we can build up... or not. We do have a dirty Tetris lineup though. That's good. Well, I have a Tetris lineup there, so I'm not going to take it yet. And now we have an eyepiece dependency. Great. Yeah, a lot of it can be just make do with what you have. And sometimes they work out, sometimes it doesn't. But you are more likely to succeed if you know... Oh. If you have good foundations. Oh no, that's Right, in this case, good foundations and strategy and being able to handle handle pieces. 125. We can go to 12 again. After questioning that one a little bit. Oh, I was supposed to tuck, didn't tuck. And now I have a dependency. Clear that out. Clear this out. Would be nice if I got no piece. Went too far. I think this one's dead. Apu, welcome in. Alright, I'm gonna go back to 18. I feel like I'm overthinking this a little bit. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. I realized there are maybe 2 ways to pronounce your name, and then I've said it different ways every time. No, there's a okay. We go again. I do want to try to beat this 200,000. How you like it doesn't mean anything? Alright. Good to know. Are you into Tetris or just retro games? Tetris in particular. If you look back at my channel, I do have a lot of, maybe a little bit too much Tetris on my channel. Not the only thing I play, but it does make up a good chunk. This entire week we're actually going to be playing all Tetris, because there's a tournament coming up. I'm going to plug this again. There is a tournament coming up this weekend called the Duck Cup. It is a VTuber tournament. We have about 50, well, it says here 50 plus. I think our numbers are actually closer to 60-ish. But yeah, 50 plus VTubers, 2 days. Day 1 is going to be Battle Royale. Second day is single elimination if you are in the top 8 from the Battle Royale. I kind of suck at Battle Royale, so we'll see if I end up making it through. I think in the professional division where I'm in, that's everyone who's S- to SS. There are about 20 of us, so there's not too many to try to beat, but there are a lot of high level players there, so it'll be a tough one for sure. Yeah, that's this weekend. Friday we're going to be practicing for that, and then tomorrow is going to be Puyo Tetris 2. Because I think, well, one, because Switch 2 is coming, and that comes with Puyo Tetris 2S is being made available for the Switch 2 at some point. And so I think the community might end up going to that whenever that comes out. And which means Puyo Tetris 2 on the Switch 1, their online is going to be dead. So I do want to try to get online games in before that happens. But also because I think Puyo Tetris, the way that its 1v1 mechanics work, is a lot better for practice. Just because of how the garbage rolls in, it's a lot less forgiving. Good luck, thank you. Yeah. So I think if you can get good at playing in PBT, then you can at least survive a lot better in Tetrio. What are these decisions? That's just dependency after dependency. I have 2 of them now. No, that could have been on the left side. Well, I may as well plug the Stacker channel while I'm at it. I do have a second channel for odds and ends for Tetris stuff because I don't want to flood the main channel with it. I haven't actually posted anything there ever since I set it up many months ago. But I don't know, there might be something this week if I get around to recording it. Because I do want to go into the tournament with a rank. But I currently unranked on Tetra right now with 120 rating deviation. And you need 100 to have a rank, so I do want to at least try to get ranked before going into the tournament. I could have been filled with an O piece. That could have been filled with an O piece. Now, I'm of the opinion that learning how to play classic Tetris will help you in Guideline. Oh, will help you in Guideline too, because there are certain skins that you do in that you're forced to do in Classic that you don't really get an opportunity to do in Guideline if you're just playing naturally, but it can help you get out of certain situations. And it helps you stack a little bit better because there's no hold piece in Classic. So you're forced to stack whatever you have. So I don't think everyone needs to get good at Classic. I think it's worth at least giving it a shot. At least in some serious capacity. You know, be able to play level 8 or something. Forgot to check to see if NES TETRIS was running. No, that one's gone. No, I don't think I recorded that one. Nice try, well, thank you. By the way, well, I plugged this over at the beginning of the stream, but for anyone new who's coming in, these games are being recorded on NES TETRIS. We're on YouTube, the link is in the description, but also here. So if you want to see any of the, I think you can see the replays. I haven't, I think I only touched the, really touched the site yesterday, so I don't really know what the features of the site are, but I do believe that it contains records of some sort. Oh, come on. Oh, I think this one's just a wash. Yeah, but one of the nice things about the site is that it does have computer analysis, so you can see which what placements are good, what placements are bad according to computer, and you can. It shows you what a better placement might be, and for the ones that you placed not so optimally, it can give them to you as puzzles. So if you're into classic Tetris, that might be a resource you might want to look into. Eyepiece? Hello? 7 set pieces. Alright. Yeah, that's a set piece. Tetris God strikes again. Yep. I'm gonna keep piece there for an O. It's a little bit questionable for the dependency there, but it's funny because I've had games where it gives a whole ton of eyepieces. Then there are games where they're just really sparse for eyepieces. Oh, whoops. No, I didn't need to turn that. In my attempt to try to fill that in for Tetris, I got sidetracked along the way. Nope, I think this one's dead too. Hey, go back to slower speeds. Just a little bit. Okay, I don't like this well. Having an 8-1 is not all that great. It's not enough for Tetris. See, I should have put the square piece on one more to the right, so I can accept either a J or an L. So the thing I said about maximizing the number of pieces you can accept, things like that. Okay. Sure. I'm skimming too much. Oh, there we go. At least we get a Tetris there. Okay, I thought that had gone over one more line to the right. It's a little bit high. Still trying not to cover up the well there, just so we can get these Tetrises. Or at least the line pieces, so that we can de-escalate the stack a little bit. There we go. Our guideline could have spun that in. I'm trying to skim this line off too. Only to cover it up with a bunch of other pieces. But still, so far so good. Grab that teaspoon there. Teaspoons don't do anything in this game. They're just a, they're useful as a recovery measure. But they don't give any extra points. Wait, that's not a Tetris? That's not a... It's not the right piece. I want to try to bring my stack down here. That is not the way to do that. That is especially not the way to do that. Whoops. Wee. Still not breaking the 19,000 or 1,900, 190,000. Wasn't fast enough. Could have gone on the other side. Can we fit that in? Yes. Very good. My performance has tanked. How long have I been going for? It's only been an hour and a half. Okay. Well, we keep going. Level 12? Level 12. I don't know, maybe consider going back to beat type for a bit if I'm performing this badly here. Can I get a T-piece, please? I guess not. The game always knows when to when to give it to me. I don't think I can fit that in there. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh yeah, now what is this stack? What? Is fatigue starting to set in? I think that might be the case. Alright, I'm gonna go back to B-type. See if we can have a bit of a change of pace here. Go with 18 height 4. I wonder how bad this is gonna be. No, 4 is a little bit too high. Height 2 is probably going to be okay at 18. Maybe we go a little bit slower. I don't like that I'm building up on the left side, especially when there's a lot of empty space on underneath. I want to try to skim this off as much as I can, or we can access the bottom one. There we go. Eight more lines to go. Away. Penguins. I actually don't know what all the cutscenes here look like. Or end scenes, I guess. Whatever you call these. I don't play V-type very much. I can go for one more round of this, I guess. I'm gonna go back to A-type. And I think I ended a little bit early. Like I said, I think fatigue is starting to set in, and I think I might have done something with my thumb earlier. I don't want to accidentally strain it. And be careful when picking stuff up, I guess. There's a sheet pan with stuff in it. I was holding it with one hand. It might have been a little bit too much weight on that side. That was fast. BVT. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go back to A-Type, play another few rounds of this, and then we'll probably end it there. Bit of a shorter stream today. On the upside, you get more streams this week. No. I don't think I can fit that in there either. Sorry for streaming more. I do think there is a there is maybe a limit on how long a stream can be before it gets kind of boring and people start falling off. I don't know where that limit is for classic Tetris. Should use that for Tetris instead. Because I know, so I was at my grandparent. Oh, I was at my uncle's. They all live together. My uncle has a Switch, and I was playing. I think it was the classic mode in Tetris Effect, because this version hadn't come out yet, and they had people over, and I was playing on level 12, 9, something like that, and they were very mesmerized. You know, to me, you know, watching, having played this and having played Tetris at a higher than average level, you know, watching people play at level 12, level 18 doesn't really... I mean, you gotta be careful what I say here. It is impressive, but it's not... to me, it's not as awe-inspiring as somebody who isn't... who doesn't play and is watching somebody who's playing well. I think is what I'm trying to get at there. So at slow speeds, like going at say level 8 to somebody who doesn't play is the same as, for me, somebody playing at let's say level 29 or something. And then there's a relative gap there, I guess. So it's sometimes it's easy to forget that people are easily impressed by the level that you play at, because you forget that, it's very easy to compare yourself to other people who are better than you. Oh, oops, I forgot to log these in NES TETRIS. Okay. I guess we keep going for a bit more. From an insider perspective, it feels like the masses are easily impressed. Yeah, I guess it's a way of putting it. Because it's one of those things where once you know how it works, it's not. And once you know how it works, you know how to do it now, and because you've been doing it, it's more mundane in a sense. It's more easily achievable. That said, there are certain things where oh, whoops. At the same time, some things that aren't very flashy become impressive, yeah. There are some things on the other side, though, where things only become impressive once you know how to do it, or how they work. Because from a layman's perspective, you don't see anything more impressive compared to the rest of the gameplay, because it's just all the same to you. But when you're up at higher levels and you realize where the difficult parts are, then things that may not be as flashy start looking more impressive. I guess an example in this game would be going at much higher speeds, because if to somebody who doesn't play, if they're already impressed by this speeds, then they're not going to be much more impressed by even higher speeds, because to them it's already too fast, and they can hardly keep up with the gameplay as it is. But to anyone who does play, then, for example, if you're working with just DAS, then you know that at a certain level, the game, it becomes impossible to get pieces to the other side just by holding down the button. And if somebody manages to do that while using the dash strategy at a higher level than you would expect them to, which I think somebody has done, then that becomes impressive. But to anyone who doesn't play and doesn't know that that's a thing, they won't have the technical knowledge to appreciate its impressiveness, or appreciate the technical feat. Which is fine. Like, not everyone has to know everything about everything. But at the same time, it is also important as a high-level player to remember that you are a high-level player. Just so you don't accidentally make people feel bad for players who are not quite as skilled as you. Actually, I think a good example is the antenna drawstrings on LEGO Penbu. Yeah, so in that case, I don't have an appreciation for any sort of difficulty when it comes to picking up pieces, or what goes in the design process and the what do you call it? Sure. The design process or any of the difficulty that comes with assembling any of that. So to me, that kind of nuance is lost. But to you, it definitely, I think, is it's the thing there. Or we take it to the fan subbing, for example, in the AS format. There's a lot of quirks with the AS format. But unless you know and work with that subtitle format, you're not going to be able to appreciate any of what goes into it. This whole concept of nice parts usage is typically initialized. I see. Should do another installment of the fan subbing series. It's been a while. No, that doesn't clear. Alright. At least get this T-spin, yes. Like my friend being impressed by pretty rudimentary KFX on some HoloLive MVs versus me being more into the likes of Tom Scott Plus or the captioned Northern Line clips, yeah. Yep. Because you know the restrictions and the limitations of the system. And the fact that you're able to get around those. Or just come up with very clever usages of them. It takes a bit of technical knowledge to appreciate. I wonder if there's an example in VTubing specifically. No, that doesn't clear. I feel like with VTubing technology... What? Hold up. No, 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 no. I do not need to be making T-spins. With VTubing technology, everything that is flashy, or anything that's impressive is also going to be flashy. I didn't need to wait for the T piece. Yeah, I think anything that's impressive is going to be flashy, so I'm not sure if there's an example there. Although, that said, it can be pretty satisfying to have your setup set up in a way that a lot of it is automated, and in that sense, it's impressive that you don't notice anything. Or it's impressive if you don't notice anything. I think good lip sync is impressive, plus non-flashy, but perhaps not an insider or outsider thing. Yeah, I think that's one of that's one of the cases where you'll notice it if it's bad, but otherwise, you might not necessarily notice it if it's good, unless you're paying attention and know what to look for. Also, lip sync is kind of a pain because, so I don't think mine is particularly good. But what you have to do is in OBS to set up all your delays in such a way that they all line up, and that means that you're gonna have to set a delay for every new source you make that has audio. So, I mean, in a sense, sometimes it's not worth it to go that far unless you have to. The status quo is poor enough that I notice it when it's notice it when it's good more than when it's bad. Yeah, fair enough. That's gonna be an iffy recovery later. I'm gonna fill that in now before it gets me. That could have been... That's extremely questionable. That's not gonna make it. Okay. GG. I'll do a couple more. I think I can at least make it to the 2-hour mark. Alright, it's a minute and 48 right now. T-spins are at faster speeds are pretty hard to pull off, because you need to be pretty much frame perfect there. You miss it and you're done. You're supposed to do a number of lines or survive an amount of time. So for A-type, you're trying to survive as long as you can, and get as many points as you can while doing it. So the strategy with A-type is survive as long as you can and get as many Tetrises as you can. So that's why you see me building up on the right side here without clearing it, because I'm trying to go for Tetrises. And sometimes if you don't get a line piece, then it kind of just flops. Klong setup might have some examples of insider impressive things. Well, yeah. I think Klong's setup by itself, even as an outsider, anyone who doesn't know anything about programming or streaming, is impressive in its own right, I think. Or maybe because I have an idea of how things run there, so maybe I'm not so much of an outsider there. But yeah, to anyone looking at his streams, his setup is very unusual, and so that's already one point there, and then just how different it is from everyone else's. It's impressive in its own right for sure. There are some deeper details to it too. Yeah. Shout out L:Q. Yeah, absolutely do check him out sometime. I should watch more of his streams. I think just timing wise it doesn't work out as well for me. But yeah, if you're into programming, he does do I think he does a lot of Lisp. Is it Lisp? I think it's Lisp. Okay, that. The lack of eyepieces. It's at that point that you should just stop trying to build up and go try to downstack with whatever you have. Rust, Emacs, Lisp, and ASM assembly? Or ARM assembly. Assembled in Emacs Lisp. I see. Speaking of languages, I think next week we might pick up the Pascal stuff again. Been a little bit too long. So yeah, for those of you who haven't been following that series, we're currently learning Pascal so that we can make a really bad pun. Making a pressure calculator. He describes himself as more of a generalist though, Rust and Lisp are just what he happens to use most often. Yeah, I guess kind of like me in that I am fairly generalist. It's just that everything that I can do in JavaScript or Shell or Bash. A good chunk of the web backend is this for the setup is Haskell. I see. I don't like Haskell. I don't know why. It's just something about it. I'm not sure where to place it because I like standard ML, but for some reason I don't like Haskell. Troubleshooting that yesterday. Oh, hold on, I can't read while playing. Troubleshooting that yesterday because the menu was broken. Copy and paste code and duplicated import, which is a hard error. What have I been working in recently? Oh no, I've just been working in TypeScript. It's not super impressive. There's a personal project I have on it under a different identity. Actually, no, it's not even TypeScript, it's JavaScript. Speaking of TypeScript, we need to get back to Alpha at some point. Still dealing with parsing and stuff, though. How do I fix this? Not like that. I wonder how much this is tanking my my stats on NES TETRIS. Wait. No. No. Still have about 5 minutes left. We can keep going. Yeah, next week I think we might end up doing a regular week. Enough of the themed weeks, hopefully. I don't actually like doing themed weeks because it means that anyone who's not interested in the theme for the week means they're probably not going to tune in. And I prefer to have something, a little bit of something for everyone, every week. Well, that's gonna be a little bit troublesome here. Apparently DAS isn't enough to cover that. I'm gonna go down a lot, down a level here, level 12. Or we can do a where I don't do any of my typical stuff, because there's a bunch of things that I want to get to as well that can sometimes be hard to fit in. Once you get to like 70% up, you're basically doomed. Yeah, at this speed, basically. Yeah, we're just gonna have to make the wall on the left side for now. I didn't make the T-spin. Yeah, so unlike modern Tetris, the lock delay in classic Tetris is more or less just 1 frame at higher speeds. And once it touches down, it's more or less locked down. Modern Tetris is a lot more forgiving in that respect, because it gives you a lock delay of something like 16 moves. You get a lot of time to adjust your piece. And just as we said, if you're up so high, then you're basically dead. Isn't 60 milliseconds just 1 frame at 60 FPS? Actually, I haven't done the math. It's not, because it's NTSC versus PAL, so NTSC I think is something like 24 frames per second, or slightly less than that. All right, how is stacking going? I feel like my performance has deteriorated. So I think we might just go for a couple more and then end it there, but we've had a good run. I'm not unsatisfied with how far we gotten here. Oh, NTSC is 60 FPS, I see. Oh, I must have gotten that backwards then. Right, what is the stack here? So yeah, actually, that's an interesting tidbit too. So, NES Tetris actually has 2 versions. One is NTSC and the other one is PAL. And because PAL is slower, in terms of frame rate, it actually plays a little bit slower too, and you can't directly compare results you get from NTSC and PAL because of that speed difference. The classic Tetris scene is largely centered around NTSC, but there are some, I don't want to call them movements, but there are some there's some movement around using PAL too. Just a little bit of game dev background, we'll commit that to memory. Yeah, fair enough. Now we have reached 2 hours, so I just gotta find a good spot to end. No, that could have been used for Tetris. That could have also been used for Tetris. See, this is one of the other things I mentioned. Sometimes you get games where you get a lot of eyepieces. I think this might be one of them. Oh, well, we're dead. Skipping Tetris is, yeah, it's with the seed that has a lot of eyepieces too. It's like I said, my performance has tanked as I've continued streaming. But yeah, one more. We'll probably call it quits there. I thought that went over by 1. Whew, alright. This is a bit of a risky one. Well, this eyepiece dependency. I'll make another one apparently. Alright, here's where we're hoping we get a T-piece and actually execute a T-spin properly. Or not. Alright, well Twitch is an ad, so we're gonna go for another one. Welcome back, Twitch. Do another one just for you. Yes, it can. Alright, very good. I'm skimming way too much here. But at least I'm not stacking high. I'll take skimming over stacking high. Chat, does this call it one more game? It would have been one more game if Twitch didn't put you in ads, so... Can't end the stream with chat and ads, so... Gotta stall until ads are gone. Oh, that's the other way. questionable. Yeah, I think there was actually a spin solution there. Alright. Oh, that was too far. I think it is at this point we die. Alright, well that was the last game. What do we have? Once again, if any of you want to see any of the games, you know, I should stop saying this without actually confirming, but if any of you are on NES TETRIS, you can check me out over on there. I did hook up the Switch to the game capture there, so it should have recorded what we played today. Next stream is going to be Tetris 2. Continuing on with the Tetris week. In part to practice for the tournament, but also because Switch 2 is out, and at some point Tetris 2S is coming for the Switch 2. And if the community migrates over to 2S, that means Tetris 2 or PPT 2 online is going to be dead. So get him while there's still people there. Also, again this weekend, as if I haven't already chilled this enough, is the Duck Cup. It is a VTuber Tetra tournament organized by Dubstep298. Actually, I realize I can shout him out here. Dubstep298. I hope that's his username. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, organized by him. Day 1, which is Saturday, is going to be Battle Royale. Top 8 advance to Day 2, which is going to be single elimination 1v1. Yeah, we'll see how we rank there. I am in the professional division, which is full of people who are ranked between S- and SS. So a lot of tough competition here. Just for reference, I am around S-, so there's a lot of people above me, but we'll see how we fare in Battle Royale. Alright, I think that's it for today then. We didn't get to beat our best here, but we did get a new 2nd and 3rd, so that's nice. I'm going to create a suspend point here so we can come back to that next time. Alright. For those of you who are new here, my name is Penbu, the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber analytics. Today we played NES Tetris. If you'd like to see more, there is Discord. We do have a channel for Tetris and other stacking games. That's it. Oh yeah, Stacker channel. That is where I put my extra Tetris content if I ever get around to actually making more. There might be something this week. We'll see. But that's where I put Tetris if I don't want to flood my main channel. So if you want more Tetris, I guess you can go follow there, but okay. For those of you on Twitch, we're going to find somebody to rate. For those of you on YouTube, we're just going to end as usual. But yeah, we'll see you next stream. Thanks for coming, chat, and good night. Bye. Okay. For those on Twitch, I found something to raid. We're going to go visit Alma Hexblade. They are another participant in the Duck Cup tournament. I believe they're in the Advanced Division, which is the division slightly lower than, or just under the Professional, but above the Novice Division. Since they're practicing Tetrio, presumably for the tournament, I assume. So, wish them well, and yeah, enjoy the Tetrio. Raid message. If you'd like to participate, there is the raid message. You can go ahead and copy that and paste it when we go over to their chat. And yeah, enjoy the Tetrio. Night. Bye.